No, you start over. All right, I've been working in the garage all day, putting away all the Christmas ornaments. As Christmas is over, it's January 2nd. I'm gonna prepare a quick meal. This may not look like a quick meal, but it's definitely a quick meal. We're gonna just do a little Tikka Masala chicken here. I've already diced up some chicken breast. We got some basmati rice, a whole bunch of fresh vegetables. What I plan on doing with these is I'm just going to lime grill them. I got some ugly limes here that were sitting in the fridge probably for a couple weeks. So they're ugly, but they'll do the job. I'm gonna make a little lime grill marinade for the veggies. They're only gonna sit for like 15 minutes. I'm gonna throw them on the barbecue. That's the hardest part of this whole thing, and that isn't hard. I got a little tikka masala sauce here. I don't rep any of these brands. They're all kind of the same. This is yeah, man, this is just like from Albertsons or something. They also have one at Costco I like, but we'll simmer that chicken in there. I'm gonna cut up these veggies now, make my lime grill marinade for them, and we'll get going.
All right.
I don't have any special way of cutting these vegetables. I mean, I just do it. I try not to have the ugly parts in there. I like to cut off the white of all the bell peppers. I'm not messing around. It's all about speed a lot of times. Today's a Saturday, but I got stuff to do, man. So I don't have time to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So I prepare meals that are, you know, easy for me, quick and easy. And I try to go fast. I try to have somewhat healthy meals. And usually I'm coming home from work and it's like 5 or 6 o'clock, and I gotta get down. So it's all about speed here. The ugly's off. I sometimes use white onion for this, but a lot of them fall through the grates. And these big green onions that I use a lot for my Mexican meals, I like them on the barbecue. So I mean, I can use them with anything. This is gonna be Indian food, whatever. It's they taste. The veggies that you saw over here, they're all just gonna go in this big bowl. I'm gonna put the marinade on them. As you can see, I just don't want this stuff falling through my barbecue grill. You can cut these any size you want. I just cut the uglies off, throw them all in there, make sure they're big enough to not fit through the grill, and we'll marinate those up. But 2 minutes to wash them and another 2 minutes to chop, maybe 3 minutes.
What are you marinating them with?
That's gonna be my lime grill. I explained that earlier. I got some limes over here. I'm gonna grate some onion. I'll get down on that in just a second.
Okay.
All right, so I just peeled this onion. I'm just gonna grate some of this. I mean, you could do just a couple tablespoons of grating. Just gonna get a regular cheese grater here. Grate this onion into a bowl.
I've never seen you do that.
You just eat it, that's what you do. You're gonna learn something from this too, because you don't know how to cook anything, except an egg. The only thing I've seen Thomas cook is an egg. So literally, that's all the onion I'm grating. You don't really need to measure it. Like I said, maybe a couple tablespoons. That looks like a little more. Depends on how many veggies you have. Now I'm gonna squeeze some limes. Once again, you can't really overdo the limes. I'm just gonna do like 3 juicy limes here. And I'll just go until I think there's enough juice, which you can't really mess it up. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, so we did the lemon, the fresh, I'm sorry, limes. We had some fresh squeezed limes and our grated onion. Now all we're gonna add to this is some extra virgin olive oil, some cumin, salt and pepper. The way I decide how much salt and pepper I'm gonna use is I envision how many veggies that I have out there. I envision them laid out on a board and me just cranking on them. That's it. So you just give it a crank. And at the end, I'll give it a taste. And I'll see. You want it a little bit salty because this is only going to sit on there for like 15 minutes tops in the marinade. Just going to toss these real quick. Even while your barbecue's just getting warm, you can marinate them. Cumin, I wouldn't go over like just like a half a teaspoon. That's probably a teaspoon. That's probably enough. Half teaspoon, depends on how many veggies, once again. And then the olive oil, like 1/3 of a cup. And once again, depends on the veggies, how many you got. That should be enough right there. I'm gonna just whip this up with a fork, and then we'll throw it in the veggies. Nailed it. That's good. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of this basmati rice. And I'm just gonna go off the directions here. I'm gonna do dry rice. Let's do 2 cups, maybe some more. The directions say just to put it in here. 1 cup. 2 cups of basmati. And then it's calling for 3 cups of liquid. I like to use, it says chicken broth or water. I like to use some chicken broth. Sometimes if I just have a small can of chicken broth, I'll throw that in there and add the rest water. Doesn't really matter. You can do this however you want. Just combining the 2 things. The key here is to use a little dash of butter or oil. I'm gonna use just a dash of olive oil. What that does, I've noticed, it keeps the pot from boiling over for whatever reason. I don't know if I read that somewhere or how I learned it, but you can use any basmati, you can use any rice. Basmati goes good with, I don't know, the tikka masala, I guess. Oil I put in there, literally just like a tablespoon. He'd already stopped the camera from rolling before I put it in there. So I'm just gonna let this come to a boil. In the meantime, I'm gonna put my marinade on my veggies here.
Let me get this in.
Just a little thick. You can see that shredded onion in there. Just gives it such a kick-ass flavor here.
Glasses off.
Oh, I didn't need them for that. I just need them to breathe. Can't see shit. Also, we're still on. I have whole tomatoes. I love roasted tomatoes. They really don't need to get in the marinade because I'm not gonna peel them. They've got the skin on them. They're just regular aromas. I'll throw them in there so it'll get the flame up on them. But I love a little roasted tomato with a dish like this. I'm gonna give that a toss with a spoon here. And these can marinate anywhere from, I would do a minimum of 15 minutes on this marinade, but no more than like 30 minutes because then it really penetrates the veggies and they just get a little too overpowering for my liking. So don't over marinate them. No, you can't get over here.
I already got over there.
No. Now we're gonna do the chicken. Real simple. The cubed chicken breast, you can use dark meat if you want. Really doesn't matter. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just heat up a pan with a little bit of oil. I don't really like to use a ton of oil and butter. You could use butter, oil, mix of oil and butter, whatever you want. This is just that same olive oil, that Kirkland one that I had over there. I'm gonna brown this chicken in this pan, and then I'm gonna add that tikka masala sauce. So it's real easy. This is gonna go down really quick here. I might need a little more oil than this. All right, the dog's misbehaving. We have a new puppy. It just changed our lives. Anyway, you should be doing this chicken in small batches. That's what everybody's gonna tell you, right? You know what? It comes out just as good if you just put it all in there. And just try to let it sit there and brown up on at least on one side before it gets too wet. Some of this is a little bit frozen still. I don't understand that because I cut this up a little while ago while I was taking down the Christmas ornaments. I knew it was frozen, so you know that might hinder it a little bit, but whatever. I do have the paper towel in there. Only reason I do that is because when you start cutting up this chicken and it's defrosting, a lot of liquid goes in there. So we're just gonna pour it in. Like I said, I like to make big batches of stuff, usually double, because we like to have leftovers. So I'm not gonna sit here all day. Remember, I'm about speed. I work. I'm working around the house. Just gotta get this done. We're putting it all in there and getting it done. That's 4 chicken breasts. Also when you're browning the chicken here, you're gonna wanna season it at some point. I season it whenever. But for this meal, because it's going to be simmering in that tikka masala sauce, I'm just going to use salt and pepper, and I'll crank a little bit of it on there right now. If I have time permitting, I might put that salt and pepper on when the chicken's already defrosted before it goes in the pan. Sometimes I do it later on in the cooking process. I do it a bunch of different ways, and it doesn't really seem to matter. Everything comes out good. All right, so this is where I'm probably gonna get criticized. People are gonna think I'm weird. They see all this liquid, partially because chicken retain has a lot of liquid in it, and probably I'm making it worse by putting too much chicken in one pan, right? So what I'm gonna do now is show you how I get rid of some of that liquid, and that is paper towels, baby.
Is this a B-Hawk special?
This is what I do. I just get in there.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that, and I soak up some of this liquid and some of those ugly bits that come off, that white.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I think that's fat.
Little white shavings that come off the chicken. It'll all get on the paper towel here. And I do this a lot. I'll do this with chili when I'm browning any kind of meats. If I get liquid in there, I just throw the paper towel down. I go through a lot of paper towels in this house. You'll see in future videos. I use them for everything. It takes off some of the oil too, but yeah, I might have put a little bit too much chicken in here because it's not browny. I'm getting a little brown on the edges there, but I think I'm gonna be okay. No matter what, it's still gonna taste good, I promise. Update on the rice. It's almost done here. I got a little stickage on the bottom. I normally just throw all this stuff in the rice cooker, but today I just follow the directions. Got a little stickage, no big deal. Rice is coming along nicely. I think it's just about done. Time for the veggies. I got a headlamp on because it's dark out there and our lighting situation by the barbecue sucks. My wife couldn't pick a lamp post that she wanted, so we have no lights.
Oh, it's got some sunlight out here still.
So basically, I've had the barbecue fired up for a minute. It's already at over 500 degrees, so it's red hot. We'll open it up here, and you know what? Just start throwing veggies on, baby. Actually, I got a light on the barbecue, don't I? It's probably all.
Oh, there we go.
Veggies on there. I just throw them on. I watch them because when you got all this oil on them, they can start flaming up. So you just got to move them around and pay attention to them, or else you'll burn the crap out of them. Anytime we got the barbecue rolling, we got to have the Modelo. My wife wouldn't let me have a whole bunch of accessories out here on the barbecue because she wanted a whole bunch of counter space. But at least I got a Modelo fridge. That's barbecue in the Modelo fridge.
That's a veteran move.
Yeah, with the leftover marinade here, I just poured into the cups of these bells and let it sit in there and just to get that fire cranking. I kind of like these flames like this. I don't want this on a low heat. I want it fired up.
Looks like El Pollo Loco commercial out here.
I just got to stay on top of it. That's it. Stay on top of it. Don't waste your marinade. And basically, I'm gonna put these veggies right back in there with a little bit of that shredded onion left in there. Just gives it a little more marinade on there at the end. These things have only been on there for a few minutes here. You can already see we're getting wonderful grill markings on the zucchini here.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, just stay on it. Just flip it. Get a little char on there. It's no big deal. It's good. Trust me.
I see you move some to the top deck there.
Yeah, once with that flame started jumping, I'll just move stuff around. I just keep moving it around. We're gonna have to go in here in a minute and check on that chicken. But this is coming along nicely right now. A couple minutes here, and then I'm gonna put that Tikka Masala on there, and
Simmer sauce.
back out at the grill. You can see everything's just getting a nice char. Put these zucchinis all over. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Beautiful grill marks on the zucchini. Yeah, everything cooks at a different rate. The peppers seem to cook a little bit longer, and the jalapeno. I worry about the zucchini a little bit. I don't want them to be super wiggly. I want a little crunch on the zucchini still, and that's all preference. So I'm gonna move those up a little bit, and I'll take them off here shortly when as we move on. We're back on the chicken. You see we get a little brown there going now. I'm gonna go ahead and add the Tikka Masala sauce now. let it simmer for a minute, bring this temp down. I think the chicken was a little different today, and I think you gotta shake it. Tikka sauce. I think what my problem was is that it was still a little frozen. That's a party foul. Probably shouldn't do that. Should probably thaw it out real good. Dog. Really, dog? And I've still got veggies out there going, so get this tikka going. Get that temp down. Still, pan's really hot. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Get a little fan action here. The tikka chicken simmering in there. I moved almost everything up to the top here. We've got a few scragglers that need to be toasted up, but that's what I was talking about. Got a dead one there. I'm not gonna serve that. That's a little too overdone, so we throw it over the fence. There's no other house. There's no house back there.
Yeah.
It's like
Someone's backyard.
No, it's not. We're gonna go ahead and take these veggies are ready to come off now. Like I said, got a little bit of that marinade left, a lot of that little bit of residual of grated onion, delish, and I'm basically just gonna throw this in a bowl. If you want to get all fancy and serve it in some sort of platter or something, by all means, go ahead. It's just myself, my wife, and the kid behind the camera right now, so I don't really care. We're just gonna use tongs and get these delicious veggies out of this bowl. Yeah, we're gonna get to it in just a minute.
Good?
Could break all the rules, and it's still freaking good. Trust me. Well, yeah, I'm just. Ow! Ah! Oh my God, it was hot. All right, look. I mean, the bottom line is, this whole meal took me less than an hour. I've been out in the garage working in the garage all day, putting up the Christmas stuff. I really was. And you know what? This meal, better than takeout, healthier than takeout. We're gonna put that tikka masala right over the rice there. We're gonna line the plate with a little veg here. Of course, I picked one that doesn't have the best color. You know, whatever. They're all good. Little roasted veggies. Look at that jalapeno. Get a tomato. Gotta get roasted. Gotta get a roasted tomato on there. Am I missing any? Oh, can't forget about these onions. Look at that plate. That's dinner, boys and girls. Doesn't get any better than that, especially for an hour's time. Hard. That's with the prep work. Doesn't cost much. It's 4 chicken breasts, a couple jars of tikka masala, and some fresh veggies. You can do any kind of veggies you want. Piece of cake. I'm gonna enjoy this right now, having a couple more cold modelos, and call it a day. I will say, this is absolutely delicious. Anybody that's gonna criticize me are probably gonna get on me about how I did my chicken. All that liquid coming out, yada yada. It is tender, juicy, and full of flavor. It absorbed that tikka within that 15 minutes. It is absolutely delicious.